didn't realize, I knew it, but I didn't realize you'd be handing it to me, so. Wow. So thank you so much to the foundation and all of you, Actors Equity, wonderful, hardworking people. It was the thrill of my life 40 years ago, last weekend, to join Actors Equity. And I was and still am very proud to be a union member. And I'm very grateful to so many who I mentioned in my Tony Award speech. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm here for the snaps. So many people who are responsible for me being here, one of which is one of my dear friends of nearly 20 years now, Daniel Koa-Beatty, who is with me today. And I'm always grateful to be able to say that this life as an artist is wonderful and hard, but it's worth every moment because we get the privilege of being able to contribute to people's lives in a way like no other. And they never forget what we do and how we do it. And I'm very grateful to have been doing it this long and people still want to hire me. So thank you.
The next winner of this year's Richard Seff Award is being honored for his bravura portrayal of S.B. Screwballs O'Donnell, Philadelphia, Here I Come, which he also directed at the Irish Repertory Theatre. Please welcome the brilliantly talented Kiran O'Reilly.
She just sang, "Come back, Paddy Riley to Ballyjames Duff." I can't believe it. Now that is research. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I know my time is limited here, so as Henry VIII said to his wives, I won't keep you long. The Richard Seff Award specifies that it is only people of a certain age that are eligible. To me, that says that an acceptance for senior moments is also built into the evening. You see, I had forgotten that Kecia Lewis was going to be here tonight. My carefully prepared plan was to plagiarize her Tony Award acceptance speech. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, and who would know, that it wasn't. I am so honored to be mentioned in the same breath as Kecia Lewis, and indeed all of the other honorees here tonight. I mean, this Marin Ireland is here tonight. Do you think that maybe there's a show at Irish Rep she should be a part of with that name? I joined Actors Equity 44 years ago, and the Richard Seff Award is my first award I've ever gotten for acting. And as you can see, I'm not used to acceptance speeches, although I read up on how to do it, and I'm supposed to thank the director, but in the case of Philadelphia, Here I Come, that seems a little disingenuous. I mean, you are all here tonight, and you've probably got better things to do than listen to me, thanking myself. Thank you for your astute direction, Ciaran. You're welcome. Yeah. But I do thank my lucky stars that I'm surrounded by such talented actors, designers, and stage managers, house managers, and the crew backstage. It takes a village, and Brian Friel gave us that village, and he called it Ballybeg. Thank you, Brian Friel, for the golden words. It all began with you. I thank my partner in crime at the Irish Repertory Theatre, Charlotte Moore. who for the past 35 years cheered me on and taught me everything there is to know about theatre. I thank my loving and supportive wife, Jennifer Essen, and our two favorite productions, Olivia and Seamus. Like many long runs, sometimes these productions go a little bit over the top, but the comedy remains. I thank my Irish Rep family who toil in the trenches every day so that the lights may shine at night. Thank you, Actors Equity Foundation, its president, Judith Rice, and its managing director, Joan Glazer. Thank you, Richard Seff, for bestowing this award and putting me in such starry firmament with such illustrious past winners. When I was a young man around town, I would go to bars and parties, as young men do, in search of companionship. When I spied a lady I fancied, one of my most successful routines was to rummage around on the floor nearby, and when she would finally ask, "Have you lost something?" I would say, "Oh yes, I'm so sorry. I seem to have lost my Congressional Medal of Honor." Well, I don't expect to pursue such pursuits any further, but if I do, who knows, maybe in 30 years' time I'll be in the actor's home and I'll sidle up to some, chorus girl and I'll say, "Oh, excuse me, I seem to have lost my Richard Seff Award around here." Thank you so much.
The Joe A. Callaway Award was established in 1989 to honor actors for the best performances in a classical play in the New York metropolitan area. Among the luminaries who have won the award are Danielle Brooks, as well as Alfre Woodard and Kathleen Chalfant. Please help us celebrate the 2024 winners of the Joe A. Callaway Award, who are in different productions of the same play this season. One on a hyper-intimate stage, the other at the Vivian Beaumont. First up is Jonathan Hadary for his performance as Waffles in Lincoln Center Theater's Uncle Vanya. Congratulations, my dear friend, Jonathan Hadary. I know.
They spelled it right. I didn't know my name would be there. Thanks to everyone at Lincoln Center for starters. I always wanted to play the Beaumont and never had until now. In fact, I never, in the times I worked at the Lincoln Center, never went down, never stayed upstairs, which is where the Beaumont is. Auditions and the Minty Newhouse and rehearsals are all downstairs. Especially, I want to thank casting. They just put together a wonderful bunch of us who liked one another an awful lot and were moved by one another from day one. In 1967, I was a sophomore at Tufts University, a drama major. They had a wonderful, very active department. I played Waffles. In the second production of the year, I played the concertina because I didn't play the guitar, which is called for in the script. 6 weeks after that production, I didn't know this, I was able to put the dates together and figure it out. I came back to school after the Christmas break and went to look at the call board to see if there were any auditions on campus because there were all these productions. And I don't remember what there was on campus, but there was an audition notice for You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown in Boston. It had opened over the Christmas holiday, and the understudies were being cast via drama departments all around Boston. So I went and I got the job. And my equity card, January of 1968. The kid playing Schroeder left, and I took over the part of Schroeder. His agent had said it won't run, and it ran the rest of the year in Boston and then went on the road. I did all that. It just happens to be right after Vanya. So last summer, I get a call from my agent, "Do I play the guitar?" And I laughed, and I said, "Is this about Uncle Vanya?" And he said, "Yeah," and I knew they were doing it at Lincoln Center. And that began a fairly long process of, no, I don't play the guitar. I probably could. I have this concertina. And we ended up with me playing the same part and the same concertina, my father's concertina, now. And as if that weren't enough, there's this. It's just awfully sweet. And by now, by the time I was doing this, I have for several years been enjoying a perfectly lovely pension, which began with $165 a week. I thought they had said 65, but it was $165 a week in 1968 in Boston. So I am pleased doubly, triply to accept this. I thank the Actors Equity Association and particularly the foundation. Thank you so much.
Our next 2024 winner is Marin Ireland, who is lauded for her emotionally vulnerable Sonia in O. Henry Productions' Loft production of Uncle Vanya. Please welcome the luminescent Marin Ireland.
Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much to the foundation and to everybody here. And I'm so honored to be in the company of these beautiful artists. I feel sort of emotional about this. This production was so special for me. Last year, I was grieving a loss, and I was in a place of feeling like I didn't know why we do this and why I was doing this anymore. Sometimes you get lost, and every time that it happened to me in the past, which happens a lot, as we all know, every time it had happened to me, I would turn to my favorite speech by my favorite character in my favorite play, and it's Sonia's last speech in Uncle Vanya. And I have it on the wall of my bedroom because it was always the only unassailable truth to me, no matter what anybody else could say to me to make me feel better, remind me of our purpose as artists or whatever. The only thing I couldn't argue with is that we just have to keep working. I'll wait.
How dare you!
Oh my goodness, it's Richard Seff.
It's okay, it's Richard Seff.
It's Richard Seff, everyone, it's fine.
You take the clock.
Doesn't matter. The speech is being about we just have to keep working and we can't know why in this lifetime. And so last year I happened to be with my friend Will Brill the night after he had done the reading of this play, and he was saying, I think we're going to do a production of it because everybody involved in that reading just felt really like adrift, and we felt like we needed something like this to keep us all going. And I was like, oh, how interesting. And the next day I wrote him an email and I said, I need to be a part of this. I don't know if you have a Sonia. You probably do, but I need to be a part of this. And I talked to the director on the phone. I'd never met him before. And I just told him my whole heart. And I was just like, we don't know each other. I really need this right now. And he let me do it. And did speaking that speech and getting to be a part of it. I had done a production of it 15 years ago, and it's different when you're a little older, doing Chekhov in particular. And I remember just feeling like it's true, saying these words every night, it is a little bit like magic. It's like a spell, and these plays in particular, these old plays, they really change you on a cellular level, and I'm so grateful for the experience. I'm grateful to be an actor and to get to do what I love to do. I'm grateful for the opportunities to be reminded of why we do it and why I love it, and I'm grateful to be in all of your company today. And I want to thank the people who get me through it every day, my best friend, Severin Mason, and my partner, Steve Tannen, and my mother, Carol Ireland. Thank you so much.
I love this community. And now to present the Paul Robeson Award, please welcome Deborah Sharp Taylor.
That was a hike. Danny, I am happy to give you a short break while I present the next award. But the first thing, well, hello, I'm Deborah Sharp Taylor. Yeah. And as chair of the Paul Robeson Committee, I'm so proud to present the Paul Robeson Award today. But before I do, can we have a special hand for our staff, Danny and Elizabeth, because they are amazing. Amazing. We could not do this without them. Thank you. In 1971, the Council of Actors Equity Association established the Paul Robeson Committee to administer and present this annual award to an individual or organization that best exemplifies and practices the principles and ideals of Paul Robeson as an actor, citizen, and role model to all that would listen and take heed. He walked boldly along paths of creativity in the arts, on stage, and screen, following the beat of his own personal, different drummer, and did what he could to encourage others to follow their personal path, going where they believed was right, not just following the status quo. Not only did he encourage others to follow their own path, but he also stood up for the working class and advocated for change at great personal risk to himself. These honorees today exemplify the values Robeson stood for. They exemplify how theater and social justice are bound, because the pursuit of justice and live theater are foundational pillars in the creation of a worthwhile artistic experience. Please join us as we hear more about the award, take a look at the past winners, and hear from the late Harry Belafonte, who is from our throne room, on his experiences with Paul Robeson.
On June 1st, 1971, the Council of Actors Equity Association established what is now known as the Paul Robeson Committee and designated Frederick O'Neill as chair. The committee resolved to present this award to an individual or organization. The recipient must have an exemplary record of carrying out Paul Robeson's mission of leveraging theater beyond the stage to enact their commitment to the freedom of expression and conscience, a belief in the artist's responsibility to society, and a dedication to the betterment of humankind.
service of that kind of theater was art at its best. The first positive sounds I ever heard about Africa came from Paul Robeson. Along with Dr. Du Bois were the only two. Robeson as an artist was the one who sang songs in Swahili that came from Africa, who spoke of the nobility in African history, of kings and emperors and conquerors. He was the sparrow. He was an artist who made us understand the depth of that calling. When he said, "Artists are the gatekeepers of truth. We are civilization's radical voice." Never in the history of Black America has there ever been such a harvest of truly gifted and powerful artists as we witness today. Yet, our nation hungers for their radical song.
The recipients we honor today have stood apart and are being recognized for their own efforts of forging positive examples with their art in the community and using that art to shape a better world now and for the next generation. Nominator Farida Pasha, I hope I said her name correctly, shared Campfire. She shared this. Campfire is an active, dynamic force that doesn't stop with theater games and therapy groups. Hundreds of diapers, bottled water units, winter coats, and other necessary supplies were delivered by the Campfire crew for the residents of the camps. Theater and therapy are a part of serving practical, deeply human needs. In short, Campfire serves mind, body, and soul for people often overlooked and in extremes on all three levels. And they do this in refugee camps. That word's not here, but I think that's important for me to mention right here. And with that, on behalf of the Actors Equity Association and Actors Equity Foundation, it is my honor to bestow the Paul Robeson Award to the Campfire Project. Give them a hand. Yes, accepting the award, Jessica Height.
I'm Jessica Hecht, and
Right.
but you're
Sorry.
beautiful, and thank you for having
Forgive
me.
Well, may I please
Thank
give
you.
this? I think what you have done is just amazing.
Oh, did I disappoint you? I should take that back. I'm
One more
already
time.
getting
Let's do
into
it
my
again.
feelings of inadequacy. Thank you. No, thank you. I'm so moved. I
Jess.
really, I mean, come on, Paul Robeson, and it's beyond anything one could imagine. We go to refugee camps around the world, and make plays with the residents of refugee camps, and we bring therapists along with us to make sure we do everything right. You know, it's astonishing that I'm standing here really after watching that video, and thank you, Farida Pasha, for recommending us, and thank you to the foundation, because you're really blowing my mind. I already met such beautiful people that I just connected to, and I really am just honored to be in any way associated with this organization, let alone make it my union. So I can't comprehend how much Paul Robeson did in his lifetime to champion equality for all human beings. It's beyond my imaginings that we would receive an award in his name, but that said, the Campfire Project shares this award with our friend Tom Viola. Tom Viola is certainly someone Mr. Robeson would have been honored to know. In the midst of doing A Fiddler on the Roof with the magnificent Danny Burstein, I got fixated on the whole refugee thing. I'm very suggestible. And our unparalleled, my friend, the unparalleled producer, Jenny Gerstein, and I tromped into Tom's office at the nudging of our wonderful stage manager, Bess Glorioso. And I spewed my ideas about going to one of the sprawling refugee camps in Greece to put on a play with the victims of the Syrian civil war. It seemed obvious that after training for years as performers in New York, there's got to be some crossover into therapeutic drama that a bunch of drama queens in need of therapy could do. So Tom funded our first trip to a rural Greek refugee camp with 22 teaching artists from New York, Syria, Turkey, and Lebanon. And he continues to support us on each mission. We returned multiple times to Greece and Moldova, and most recently to Uganda in October, with dozens of amazing artists from our community. And this summer, we've set up a workshop right here in New York with 100 West African asylum seekers who are victims of torture. I owe endless, endless gratitude to Maura Tierney and Katie Flayhive, who are my indispensable partners in crime and wonderful actors. When we arrive at the camps, we have this kind of huge carnival-like hello, and I always say, we heard all about you in New York, and we thought we should come visit and put on a play. And whether they all know that New York means a theater somewhere between 42nd Street and 53rd Street or not, the camp community seems to perk up, and we get very giddy saying it. And I think that's because the source of our inspiration comes from being part of this community, and we carry that with us wherever we go. So thank you, Equity, for keeping us all bound together, and thank you, Tom Viola, for all that you do.
Yay. Next up, the Michael McCarty Recognition Award. Michael McCarty, a veteran equity actor who appeared in 11 Broadway shows, died in 2015 in Santa Barbara, and established an award to be presented to a member of Actors Equity over the age of 50, again, residing in Los Angeles. In Michael's own words, this award is intended for a lunch bucket theater professional, not a star, who has made a life in the theater. I am honored to present the 2024 Michael McCarty Award winner, a Broadway veteran with a stunning breadth of theatrical as well as film and television work, to Los Angelino actor Peter Van Norden, and here he is with a video acceptance speech.
Memorial service when it was announced that this award would be given out annually. I'm
Patrick Quinn Award for Distinguished Service to Actors was established in 2007 by his estate to recognize and reward those who give, sorry, he used to babysit my sons, who give so much of themselves to improve the lives of equity members. Patrick Quinn served 3 terms as president of Actors Equity, and before his untimely passing, had just assumed the role of executive director, an historic first. Patrick was a tireless, charismatic, and passionate leader who inspired confidence in the members and attracted others to the service of equity. It is my pleasure to present the Patrick Quinn Award for Distinguished Service to Actors to my dear pal, my old pal, gosh, Christine Toy Johnson, for her tireless work for the betterment of actors and stage managers, and not to mention writers. Come get your award. Molly the dog.
So much. Thank you. What a joy to be with you all here today. And what an incredible honor to be recognized in the name of the late, great Patrick Quinn. I have so many memories from my 28 years of serving on the Council at Equity. Some of the finest moments led by Patrick's unique blend of grace, humor, and passion for justice. In fact, it was Patrick and my dear, beautiful friend, Jeannie Lehman French, who inspired me to serve in the first place. I'm grateful to both of you for that inspiration. Thank you for the foundation for this beautiful award, and for all the work you continue to do to lift many of us up. I want to thank my family, especially my mom, my late father, my incredible husband, Bruce, and all of you who have continued to encourage me to keep fighting the good fight, even when it feels insurmountable and never ending, which quite frankly, it honestly often does. I recently heard someone say that our superpower is our perspective. I would like to expand on that and say that I believe 3 of our superpowers are our perspective, our potential, and our impact. Now, the numbers are what they are. In the past 120 years, only 3 Asian female writers have ever been produced on Broadway. And in our preliminary data of the 22-23 Broadway season, the Asian American Performers Action Coalition found that fewer than 4% of roles that season were played by actors of AAPI descent. So, you know, change is slow. Our stories are still being erased, and in many rooms, we are still invisible. Now, one perspective on all of that data could send us into a rabbit hole of sadness and despair. Valid response. And/or we could look for inspiration to find new strategies to shift the perspectives of the industry, to see who we are, our potential, what we can do, and build the opportunities in which we can flourish. And that is the space that I prefer to live in, and the impact that I dream of having. You know, the many struggles that all of us face to become meaningful agents of change and active participants in a compassionate society, despite all of the challenges we face as both storytellers and human beings. That struggle is real. And add to that, fighting to be treated fairly and equitably, and, you know, we have our work cut out for us. But we are still here. We are not giving up, are we? And I want to thank you so much for the encouragement. I'm so grateful for my life in the theater, and for all of you. Onward. Thank you.
Okay, presented by Equity's Advisory Committee on Chorus Affairs, the ACCA Award for Outstanding Broadway Chorus was created in 2007 to bring recognition to an important but largely overlooked segment of our industry, the chorus. The award is bestowed upon the Broadway chorus who made the largest contribution to the overall production and who rose to the highest level with the material they were given. That's what it says. I was gonna say, yeah. Come on. It certainly was. Here to present the It said that, I had to say it. Here to present the 2024 ACCA Award are Vice Chair Joanne Bortz and the choreographer for The Heart of Rock and Roll, Lauren Latara.
I'm Joanne Bortz, and I'm reading this on behalf of Equity's second Vice President, Al Bandonis. I'm out of town on rehearsal, but I am deeply honored to have Joanne take over my duties tonight. It struck me that as this moment honors the chorus, it is actually a fitting tribute to our swings and understudies to have someone step into my role this evening. As second National Vice President and Chair of the ACCA, it was an even greater honor to inform the cast of The Heart of Rock and Roll on their stage at the James Earl Jones Theater 2 weeks ago that they were chosen as this season's Outstanding Broadway Chorus. The ACCA Award is unique in the industry because it is presented by your peers, fellow members who perform chorus work and have a deep understanding of what it takes to contribute successfully to a production. I want to thank the members of the ACCA, the chorus counselors, and all the Legacy Robe recipients who participated in deciding who to honor with the title of Outstanding Broadway Chorus for the 2023-24 season. Now, this year was remarkable with more chorus musicals in consideration than ever before. I want to be clear, though, that while the ACCA Award is specific to Broadway, the extraordinary skills of chorus members are being performed on stages across the country. Chorus is essential, and not just essential to the industry. Chorus is essential to the storytelling. Chorus paints the picture, sets the tone, informs the time and place. They are the page on which the story is written. And the stories on Broadway this season cannot be told without the chorus. Think about it. Chorus creates the Land of Oz, the fires of hell, the circle of life, the magic of Agrabah, and the excitement of the Philippines. The chorus takes us on an amazing journey. They are the Mormons who say hello, a rumble in Tulsa, and the roaring parties of Gold Coast mansions. They demonstrate the intricacy of circus acrobatics and the simplicity of a sway on a train. Without the chorus, there is no Woman's March. There is no Yellow Brick Road, and it would be a rather sedate evening at the Kit Kat Club. Without the chorus, there is no Hill Valley High, no knights who say nee, no denizens of Manhattan Plaza's concrete jungle. Without the chorus, the cell block tango is solitary confinement. We need the chorus to create the world of fairy tales, Parisian art, interwar Berlin, and boozy American office parties. We need them to inform us that we are going backwards in time. Aaron Burr may shoot Alexander Hamilton, but it is a chorus member who is the bullet. And at the James Earl Jones Theater, this chorus is the heart of the 1980s. A heart that would not beat without you, the members of the chorus who we are honoring today. From the moment you entered that factory floor, you always delivered the very essence of the time period. The 80s were bold and glorious. The decade had a sense of optimism and enthusiasm for the future. It was a time of dreaming big because anything was possible. It was all about having fun, enjoying laughter, and embracing individuality. You embrace all that and more. Your energy and joy are infectious. Your artistry and craftsmanship are masterful. Your precision and commitment are exceptional. Whether you were working with cardboard or bubble wrap, working at a convention or in an aerobics class, you were always working for a living. And that is why we all answer yes when you asked us during the show if we believe in love. And that is why the 2024 ACCA Award voters are showing all of that love to you, the chorus of the heart of rock and roll. And now, I would like to introduce the amazing choreographer of the Heart of Rock and Roll, Lauren Lataro.
Hi, I just want to thank Equity on behalf of our incredible cast. Thank you for this award. It means a ton. I know that I didn't tell you guys this, but Susan Stroman, when she came to see the show, the next day, she was like, how the hell did you get them to do that 8 times? And, we are nothing without you, and I can't tell you what an extraordinary group of people this is, to be in a rehearsal room, to go, do you think you could maybe? And the answer from this group of performers was always, yes. And I would sit in the back of the house with Huey, who came to every show, and we were amazed at how you gave 1,000% every single night and would have and kept going. But if there's anything to learn today, last night was bittersweet. We closed the show. Today is such a balm, right? That what a beautiful day, because shows open, shows close. They open and they close. But this community keeps us going and keeps us together, and it's all about the work, and you will all have long and beautiful careers, I promise. This is just the beginning. We had so many first-time Broadway performers in the show. But we talk a lot about the ensemble as the backbone of theater, and they are. There's no musical without an ensemble. But what it really means, and we all know this, I just want to say it out loud, it means that they show up early, they warm up, they are singers who are dancing more than they are comfortable dancing. There are dancers who are singing more than they're comfortable singing. They are jumping in at half hour. Raise your hands who went on for lead roles, so many of them, right? Like jumping in. And they were all extraordinary. They show up to work, this cast. They come with tape on their shoulder, tape on their groin, tape on their knee, tape on their back, and they do the thing. And I am so grateful for all of you, and just may this only be the beginning for our relationship and for your relationship with theater in general, because it's such a young cast. They're joyous. They made up things in the room. They had ideas, and they're funny. I mean, all of you guys are incredibly funny. It's been such a joy, and I will always cherish it, and I know all of us will, and I hope you will too. There's only one thing I miss about performing, and that's the dressing room. And the one thing that the ensemble gets that principals don't get is a fabulous dressing room full of friends. And the only other thing I want to say is performers in the ensemble who are dancing, and they all were dancing, they don't do it for the money and they don't do it for the fame, but you are the only ones who know what it feels like to fly as dancing goes. So thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Lauren Lataro. Thank you. I am Jeffrey Bateman. I am lucky enough to be the field rep for the chorus with Actors Equity. And I'd like to say, I like to think of the chorus as a human spotlight. The performances of the chorus illuminate the stage. They focus the audience's attention where it needs to be, and they fill the entire production with the energy that lights up Broadway. And this season, one company did that in a way that stood out from all of the rest. And as Equity's field representative for the chorus, it's my pleasure on behalf of Actors Equity and the Advisory Council of Chorus Affairs to get to shine some of that light back on the incredible actors of the chorus. And tonight, it is my particular honor to celebrate this chorus as we present the ACCA Award for Outstanding Chorus in the 2023-24 Broadway season to the phenomenal company of the Heart of Rock and Roll. Now, as part of my job, I get to spend time with the Broadway companies of all the chorus musicals on the opening nights during the Legacy Robe ceremony. This is a tradition in which a robe is awarded to the chorus member with the most Broadway chorus credits. This honor was given for the Heart of Rock and Roll to the amazing Robin Masella. And in years past, it was twice given to the incredible choreographer Lauren Lataro. And it goes without saying that the chorus performers of the Heart of Rock and Roll are accomplished singers, dancers, actors, acrobats, bubble wrap dancers. I mean, it just, list goes on. But anyone who's had the pleasure of being around this company will tell you that these artists are also wonderful people. People who support each other and who it's just a pleasure to be around. And they truly are the heart of the show. So I couldn't be happier that the chorus members of the ACCA, the chorus counselors, and the past recipients of the Legacy Robe have chosen to award the ACCA Award for Outstanding Chorus to the Heart of Rock and Roll for their incredible performances this season, and that we have so many of this amazing chorus with us here tonight to accept the award. Since we do have so many and we have such a beautifully intimate stage, what I'm going to ask you to do is, as we accept the award, we're going to have you start stage right and line up in a beautiful, gorgeous chorus line. You all know the show. From roughly Mike to Morales, I think. From stage right to stage left. And we'll hand you the awards. And now, to present the ACCA Awards, this incredible company, I would like to welcome back to the stage ACCA Chair Joanne Boards.
Thank you. So it's very important to know that a chorus is made up of individuals. And the 17 individual recipients of the 2024 ACCA Award, all part of the musical's April 22nd Broadway opening are, and when you hear your name, please come across, Mike Baerga, Tommy Bracco, Tynia Renee Brandon, Olivia Cece, Taylor Marie Danielle, Autumn Guzzardi, Lindsay Joan, Ross Leakites, Robin Masella. Cara Menendez. Joe Moeller. Jennifer Noble. Frederick Rodriguez Odegaard. Michael O'Lara Bigby. Kevin Pariseau. Robert Pendia. And Leah Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, the chorus of the Heart of Rock and Roll, the Heart of Broadway, Outstanding Broadway Chorus 2024. And we are going to invite the chorus of the Heart of Rock and Roll to please go out there and get your pictures taken all together in front of the Step and Repeat. Thank you all so much.
Oh, okay. Aw. On behalf of the Actors Equity Foundation, congratulations to all the honorees. A sincere thank you to our panel of critics for their thoughtful consideration, and a grateful shout out to the equity staff who helped make this event happen. They're scattered among you. They walk among you. For those honorees that were able to stay, please bring your award to the Step and Repeat for a brief photo. Please stay and join us for refreshments and enjoy more, yay! And enjoy more entertainment by pianist and maestro member Tina DeVaron. Yay, thank you, Tina. Thank you so much for coming to celebrate this season's achievements, and we will see you all next year.